Welcome back here today, guys, and we'll be talking about Outlier today. Now, I noticed that whenever I talk about my Outlier account or show my Outlier account here, I get a lot of questions, and today I'll be answering four of the most popular questions regarding or relating to Outlier. All right, I've written them down here, okay, on my book, and I'll be talking about them one after the other. Now, the first and most popular question I've always been asked is how my Outlier account got banned. All right, I told you already I had about 6 Outlier accounts and 4 of them got banned. All right, and unfortunately they were banned using several methods and several mistakes. I'll talk about the mistakes I made, okay, and how the remaining 2 accounts have been running, and how to protect your account because I've made those mistakes. The next question I'll be talking about is the payment method, how Outlier pays. Okay, how do you get paid on Outlier? All right, the next question I'll also talk about is how much you can earn in a day, how much you can earn in a week, how much you can earn in 2 weeks, or how much you can earn in 1 month. And the last question I'll also talk about is the best way to work with Outlier. There are so many ways people are using, but what is the best way? I've gotten 4 of my accounts banned, so I believe I'm in the best position to tell you about my sufferings on Outlier, all right, and my progress, and of course how much I've made. I've shared how much I've made here some few weeks ago, but for the sake of people who have not watched that video, I will talk about it again. All right, now before I talk about all this, let me show you what a day on Outlier looks like. All right, so first things first, I'm going to get straight into my screen and let's do this, guys. So here is my desktop. Okay, this is my personal desktop, and sorry, I'm not going to record. I'm not going to screen record my laptop because Outlier is a very strict platform, and you can make one single mistake and they're going to notice you and get you banned. So I told you I use the Chrome remote desktop, and sorry, I'm going to be videoing my laptop like this. Okay, so I use the Chrome remote desktop, and you can see there's a Joel's laptop in there, and it is online. You can see Joel's laptop underneath. You can see online. My friend's name is Joel, and he lives in the US. All right, and of course this is how I get access to his laptop. He created the account. Okay, he created this particular account, and he just needs to put his laptop on. He has another laptop over there, right? So you just have to put that's his laptop on the desk, put it online, and of course I'm going to connect my laptop from my location. All right, this is because I'm not allowed to create accounts from my location. All right, so what you have just seen here is me trying to connect my Outlier account, okay, to his own. All right, now what happens is that my friend in the US is just simply going to create an account for me. There's only one Outlier account. Okay, he's going to create an account for me, all right, with his name. I've talked about this before, and I have to start working with the account. Most people have asked me different questions. Yes, what happens is that he creates the account for me. Okay, he creates the account for me with his name. He just have to we need 2 laptops actually, my laptop and his laptop. People are going to ask, why is he creating an account for me? That is simply because from where I am, from the country I am not allowed to create an Outlier account. Okay, I am not allowed to create an Outlier account. Okay, there are so many countries that cannot create an Outlier account. Nigeria is one of them. In fact, the only countries allowed to create Outlier accounts are the US, Canada, I think Australia sometimes, and then the UK. All right, so there are about 3 or 4 countries that can create an Outlier account. So for me, I'm living in a country that cannot create an Outlier account. So in that case, I need to ask my friend to help me create an Outlier account with his name. So he creates this account on with his name, and he creates it with his laptop, of course. But in our case, he bought a new laptop, of course, and that laptop is more like my representative there in the US. So he's going to put the laptop on the desk, charge it, on it, put it online, and leave it. On my end, I'm a tech person, of course. I can control his laptop from wherever I am in the world. All right, so I'm going to control his laptop from my location. So whatever I'm doing here, it will be reflecting over there. So I can, from this area, open the browser. Okay, let's say I'm in Australia, or let's say I'm in Argentina, or I'm in Brazil, or I'm in Portugal. I can, from wherever I am, control my friend's laptop in the US. He doesn't even need to be close to his laptop. He just needs to put it on and go away from the location. Just leave it on, connect it to the internet, and that's all. I can access the internet there, I can browse, and I can do whatever I want to do. That is why you see, or you've seen Joel's laptop, which means his laptop over there. So me, I am the one videoing or making records of my laptop. Like I mentioned, I avoid using a screen recorder to record the internal process of Outlier because these guys are very, very strict. They can close your account in a split second. All right, so let's get straight to the next video I'll be making about the internal process of Outlier. All right, so here is another one. All right, so on this one, this is how a day on Outlier looks like. You can get started like this, and certainly once you are here, you get to see your available projects. All right, you get to see your available project here, and at this point you can see our accounts are connected. So you're going to get to see the available projects right now, and that's how it works. Okay, so you can see available tasks over here. There are so many available tasks here, so I just have to choose the particular one that I want to work with. Okay, there are so many of them here. All right, I just have to choose the particular one I want to work with. All right, so I can just pick any one. For example, you can still scroll down and see many of them. All right, so let's say I'm going to choose this one to work with, and this is like text to image something. All right, so don't worry, if you have an account, you're going to see all of these things. So this particular one is just for you to rate responses. Is this image good? Just like prompt and responses, just like your ChatGPT, you can see response A and response B. They are going to ask you to choose or identify differences, relate these responses together. All right, so it's very easy and very straight to the point. Text to image compare these both images and answer the questions. All right, so here on this particular one, sorry, I may not capture everything completely because I'm limited to how long I can make a video for. Okay, so basically this is how it works. Okay, so you're going to scroll down. The two pictures are already the same, so but you're going to scroll down and just answer a few questions related to that to those pictures. So basically you have to study the pictures first, so as if you are downloading it, but you have to study the pictures first, and once you have studied them, you'll be able to answer the questions. But then if you don't like this particular task, don't worry, there are a lot of them ready for you to make use of. Okay, so I'm going to leave that area and come into another part, another area where you can compare responses. So Outlier is all about comparing responses. Then they will start asking you questions. Okay, is this one what's the difference between this one and this one? You just choose. So you can see I'm selecting the answers. So once you have selected the answers completely, you click on submit. There's a submit button down there. So you can see basically I'm videoing my laptop, but there's another laptop screen inside. That one you're seeing inside is my friend's laptop, and the one you're seeing sitting on the desk is my laptop. All right, so I want you to notice it very, very well. Okay, so yeah, at the end of the day, you're going to be able to compare pictures, different things. After one image is done, they will give you another task. You can do this task for more than 6 hours, sometimes 8 hours, sometimes 12 hours, and on some days there might not be tasks available for you to do. All right, so I just believe that the more tasks you do, the more they will want to give you newer tasks that you can complete. All right, but if you are creating an account, a very new account, you might not be getting tasks always. So I don't want to waste too much of time here. Let's just go straight to talk about other things you need to understand. All right, so I think I'm done with this particular one. So let's talk about other things attached to Outlier. I've shown you my outflow. I told you I'm not going to record, I'm not going to screen record. I can only video the screen because Outlier is a very strict platform. Now, talking about strictness, let's talk about how my 4 accounts got banned. I created 6 accounts. Obviously, I already know that I cannot create it from my location. Okay, so other people have to create it for me. Now, the very first account got banned because I tried to use a port. Yeah, I tried to use proxy stuff, blah blah blah. That at that time I was still new to it. It was working perfectly. But guess what? After 2 weeks, it got banned. Using a proxy is good, but it is not consistent. I beg you, all right? People can say so many things on YouTube, make so many videos. It can work for some people, it may not work for other people, but I'm among the people that it did not work for. So my account was banned because I was using proxies to access the Outlier account. So they will know at some point, because proxy is actually very nice, but at some point you will be offline. So that particular gap where you are offline, it is going to reflect that you are not in the country that you claim you are in. All right, and definitely I'm not in the US that my laptop is claiming that it is. All right, so it's going to flag and you get banned. They know that you are trying to access it from other countries, so you're going to get banned. That was how I lost my first account. All right, the second account was because I lost it because I was trying to use a mirroring platform, just like my Chrome remote desktop. Okay, I try to use, I don't want to mention names because I don't want to spoil their brand. Okay, it's also a mirroring platform. I tried using it and it got banned instantly. Like within few minutes it got banned. All right, but thank God most of these accounts have not really earned much. Okay, and I have more friends outside the country that can help me create more accounts. All right, so it got banned. All right, now the third reason why my other account got banned is as a result of multiple logins. All right, now I they created the account and they created an account for me, and I tried to log in that account in a location that is not allowed. Just by logging in, the account was banned. Just by logging in, the account was banned. So please, 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 I'm not going to be too. I'm going to take my time to explain that you don't need to log in from a location that is not allowed. If your friend have created it for you, don't log in from, let's say your friend is in the UK and you are in Nigeria. Your friend creates the account for you. Don't log in that account in Nigeria. Immediately you log in, whether you're using port or you're using whatever, you'll be banned. Okay, logging in is already going to expose you for real. Okay, so that account was banned, was brought down, and I lost it. And that was the same method I lost the fourth account. Okay, now bringing it to a total account of 4 that was brought down. The first rule is don't log in your Outlier account. That brings me to the next question that people have been asking: how have I been managing to use the remaining 2 accounts for a long time, over 6 months right now, and it's been working well, and I think it's going to last forever. All right, don't log in your Outlier account on anywhere. Once your friend has created it for you, you need to mirror their desktop. Now, people are asking, what is mirroring? What is screen mirroring? I've said this so many times. You can, let's say you're in Nigeria and you have somebody in the UK. You can, from Nigeria, mirror your friend's laptop. For example, you can see I showed you Joel's laptop and I'm trying to mirror Joel's laptop. What mirroring means is that I can control your laptop from wherever you are, wherever it is. If you're in Nigeria, you can control your friend's laptop in the US. Okay, in the UK, anywhere at all. I don't know why people find it difficult to understand what mirroring means. All right, mirroring means you can control something from wherever it is. My friend in the UK right now or in the US right now do not even need to be close to his laptop. Just like I'm working on, I'm just like I'm in the US working there, but I'm not. All right, so from here I can control his laptop over there. He just has to be online. He just has to be connected to the internet, and it just has to be on. All right. Yes, he doesn't need to touch anything. So I use the Chrome remote desktop to connect my laptop and my friend's laptop, and that is how I used to control it from wherever I am. I talked about the Chrome remote desktop in the previous class, but if you want me to make a breakdown and show you how to connect it, please give this video a like. If I get up to 50 likes, I'll show you how to connect a brand new Outlier account using the Chrome remote desktop. People have been asking, what is the software? What is the software? It is called the Chrome remote desktop. I don't know about any other software. I see many of them that are working, but I can only talk about the one that I have used. And I believe it's a very big brand. It's because it's owned by the Chrome browser and they're going to protect you. Okay. But if you're using any other thing, yes, it can work, but I am too scared to try new things. I can only stick with what I am working with, and that is the Chrome remote desktop. So people have been asking, um your friend needs to connect it to his laptop to the internet. Yes. Your friend needs to put it on. Yes. The laptop needs to just be on the desk. His laptop needs to just be on the desk. All right, and on. Both of you connect it, and he can go about his own job and leave you. You are going to be working with the laptop. All right. So I don't know. I want you to understand this. All right. So the next question is the payment method. Outlier pays you via USDT. Outlier pays you via ATM. So I withdraw via ATM. I withdraw via USDT. Both of them are amazing. I mean, okay, I've withdrawn a lot. The last time I showed you my balance was about $5,700. Right, and you can get this money in 2 weeks. All right, sometime in 1 month, depending on your work schedule and also how many tasks they give to you in a month. Last but not the least, how much can you earn in a day on Outlier? All right. Now, in a day, you can earn up to $90, $100, $110, $200, and above. But it is not guaranteed. Understand that I am not promoting guaranteed income. I am not telling you that it is this, it is that. Outlier is by far one of the biggest, largest, by like AI trading platform that pays well. All right. You can earn anywhere from $20 in a day to more than $200 in a day. In a day, I've done above $100. I've done $90. I've done 80. I've done more than. So it's like you're working in the US. You know, when you're working in the US, your pay is a lot more considerably high. All right. You can see $50 per hour job, $100 per hour job. Here you can, so you can earn as much as possible. But here you have to work for 12 long hours, sometimes 6 long hours, sometimes sitting down, watching or doing your job there. All right. So yeah, they pay you every 2 weeks, and that's absolutely what it looks like. Now, I don't know what other questions I've not answered, but please, if you have any other question that you think I've not answered regarding Outlier, please put it down in the comments. I'll be there to answer you. And I feel I've talked enough about the Outlier account. Please, I use the Chrome remote desktop. It is not illegal to use. It is not a way to bypass anything. Many people who live even in Nigeria, okay, they're in Nigeria, many people who stay in Nigeria are working for foreign brands using Chrome remote desktop. I have a friend, a lady friend. She works for a company, a medical company in Canada. All right. This company they don't hire in Nigeria normally, but they hired her by recommendation. Okay. Now their website is not accessible in Nigeria, so the only way she can work with them is that she has an office there in Canada, all right, but she's in Nigeria physically. There in Canada, in her office, her laptop is just on the desk. Nobody is there. The laptop is just connected to the internet and just on the desk. All right. She is in Nigeria working for them as a virtual assistant. Now look at that, and she's using the Chrome remote desktop. So and it is very fast. Even it's just as if you are there, but you are not there. So many countries, many companies abroad are using the Chrome remote desktop to mirror or help people um, uh, act as if or work as if they are there physically when they are not. All right. So guys, I'm going to leave you here, and I think I've taken too long. I'll see you on another one, guys. Have a very wonderful day, and catch you tomorrow.